Hello, we are live.
Hello.
Yes, so excited. I know we're at a new time, so I appreciate you for joining us at this time. My name is Lisa Kelly. Welcome to Conversations to Raise Vibrations. And as always, we are joined by the beautiful, I should go this way, beautiful Elvira Hopper in her beautiful
Mwah.
pink. If you're joining us live, hopefully you are. Please let us know in the comment section who you are, and as always, what you love about this conversation. If you're not able to catch us live, no problem. Catch the replay. It's on here, and I house all of these in the guides section in our Facebook group. So please go back and look. And you can also catch us on our YouTube channel under Conversations to Raise Vibrations. So let us know who you are. Janet, hello.
Hello, Janet.
I was
I was
so
talking to
happy.
her earlier today. She's
Oh, that's
amazing.
so,
I love her
yeah,
so much.
I know she's great. And I saw her comment under this morning when I posted this, and she said, "Oh, a new time," and I said, "Just for this week, honest, just for this week." And then, yeah, and Elvira's so flexible, able to move with the
Yeah.
time. So I'm so grateful for that. It just the way it worked out today, I promise, because I like my Wednesday at 11 a.m. too. So. Yeah. So today we
Yes.
just to let you guys know, if you're joining us for the first time, welcome. We love you for being here. We always have so much fun on these conversations, and they really
Yeah.
are, I think, raising vibrations, and they really are authentic,
Mhm.
real conversations because there is no
Mhm.
script. We don't know
Yeah.
what we're going to
No.
be discussing. We have no idea. Elvira jumps on. So, what are we talking about today? I'm like, I don't know.
And some days we don't even talk about it until we get on camera. So it's
I
like
know.
we're
I
inventing it on
know.
the fly.
I know.
So,
And you know
yeah.
what we always end up doing is pulling a beautiful card. And
Yeah.
what I love about that is because, we put the intention into the card for anyone who's joining us, anyone who's listening. And so Elvira's got the energy in that card. And then we just ask the universe. So
Mhm.
when a card is pulled, I don't know if you guys have heard me say the cards don't lie, right? They
Mhm.
really
No.
don't lie. And they are coming from the universe. So this message is
Mhm.
meant to be heard. I've already heard it and I've got something from it. And I know that you guys will resonate with this too. It's a really beautiful card. So
Yeah.
Elvira,
Thank
did
you.
you want to read this beautiful
Yay.
card? Yeah.
Thank you, Lisa. It's so great to be here. And you're gorgeous. And I love you. And thank you for
Oh,
always
thank you.
acknowledging and seeing me. So, again, I'm pulling from the Cosmic Journey Oracle deck by Yannick Silver. So, you can buy that on Amazon. It's a great deck. As I said, my husband and I pull a card every day after our walk. It's our ritual. My husband's not woo woo, but he really appreciates this deck. It really inspires him as well. So the card that I pulled today for all of us is Divine Dragon. Isn't that
Yeah, it's
gorgeous?
beautiful. It is a beautiful card. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the dragon biting its tail, and on the inside there's some sort of really cool um element. I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Maybe if Tori Joe is here, she might know. Um, anyway, so let me read what the card says because the cards don't lie, like you said. And as my team says, and Janet will laugh, you can't make this shit up. So whenever you hear a message and it really resonates, it's like, okay, there's the
Yep.
universe supporting you right there. Okay.
Universe. Yep.
So thank you, universe. Okay. So the divine dragon attributes are sovereignty, power, full expression, magic. A dragon chooses you. You do not choose the dragon. A dragon's power connects you to your own power from within. To stand sovereign, it's also connected to your root expression of power, fire, and even sexual energy, kundalini, rising. You cannot serve the collective without yourself first being alive and ablaze. Allow the dragon's fire of purification. In the East, the dragon was seen as a mythical guardian with influence over all the elements. In the West, it was seen as a fire breathing serpent because people didn't fully understand the magic and divine wisdom dragon, dragons carry. Type now. And you can embody that with this cosmic conversation. Your power is engaged for a purpose. Breathing fire when needed. Potential questions to ask this archetype. Why did you choose me? How do I more fully proclaim my name so I can call on you when needed? How can I call you in and ask for your help? So that is it.
I love it.
What do you think?
I absolutely love it. I don't know if it's like, I don't know if it's my internet or your internet cutting
I'm
out
not
a
sure. I
little
saw us going blank. I hope that this came through and everybody heard the card. But yeah, there
I'm
could
worried.
be
I'm worried once again that it's mine, but
oh,
mine is on, but it seems
okay.
okay. But maybe you guys that are watching can let us know
Okay.
if I'm
Yeah, what
freezing
came
or
through?
what's
Yeah.
happening. Yeah, hopefully you heard that card because it's really a beautiful card. And the first thing when Elvira read it to me was I caught what caught my ear, I should say, is the
Uh-huh.
full expression, like living in your full. Oh, she
Yeah.
said, I think it's Elvira's. She was a bit choppy. Okay.
Oh, okay. Dear.
So
Did
you
you
know
hear
what,
the
Elvira?
message okay, Janet? Did you hear it
Yeah.
okay?
You know what maybe you can do after is screenshot the message and
Yeah.
put it into the chat. Yeah,
Sure.
we'll
Sure. I'll
do
do
that.
that.
And then people can reread it. But the
Yeah.
what I caught, and we'll catch bits and pieces and we'll talk about this, but the full living in your full expression. And I loved that because as Elvira said, she talks, or one of your quotes or what you say
Messages.
is
Yeah.
messages. Thank you. I've been teaching all day. I'm like brain dead already.
It's all good.
Full, fully
You're doing great.
self-expressed.
Yes.
Fully self-expressed. And that's what I feel, right? Like
Yeah.
women are starting, as you and I talked about in the studio, women are starting to really become fully self-expressed, or at least
Yeah.
explore what fully self-expressed looks like.
Yeah.
Because women for so many eons, generations, have been sort of pushed down, right? From, if we
Not
look at
sort of.
history,
They were pushed down. Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah.
Pushed down from the patriarch. Thank you for correcting that. You're
Yes.
right.
Yes.
And
Yes.
so pushed down from the patriarchy, right? And so we look at this, and now women are rising all over. And we have, and I love
Mm.
the word, and I wrote it down, collective, because we have this collective consciousness now around the planet. And you
Yeah.
see the amazing, enlightening, empowered women standing
Ooh.
up and
Yeah.
stepping into their truth. And the divine feminine isn't
Yeah.
about crushing a man, or this is what I was going to say in the studio. It's not about
Yes.
crushing the man, and it's
Mm.
being in balance with the patriarch.
Yes.
And
Yes.
it's said with love, it's said with kindness, it's said with that, right? And it's not it's this is what because we're now I see so many women going to the other side of this
Yeah.
pendulum, and we're
Yeah.
going to rise, we're going to crush men, and we're going to you know
Mhm.
and that's not what this is about. That's not what the divine
No.
feminine is. It's
Yeah.
about being in balance, because the divine feminine has male and female aspects, and we
Yeah.
need to embody both of those and take
Yeah.
the good from each of those and
Yeah.
live in our fullest expression, stand in our power. And I love that because it talked about the root, and I thought of
Yeah.
immediately the root chakra,
Yeah.
standing in your power, making sure your root chakra is grounded, and,
Yeah.
because you are standing in your power. And the other thing that caught me was serving you cannot serve the collective until you've served yourself and you've fully expressed yourself.
Mm.
And we talk
Mhm.
about this all the time. You need to
Mm.
do your inner work in
Mm.
order to serve the collective.
Amen.
Is that
Amen,
okay with your
sister.
spirit? Or now
Yes.
I'm just
High
gonna
five. Yeah. I love that, Lisa. And
yeah.
if I can jump in with what I'm getting is
Yes.
that root power, that sense of having your power, it comes from safety. And the patriarchy took over the matriarchy, because at one time the
Yep.
goddess did rule and there was a matriarchy
Yep.
on the planet. But then it shifted, and men wanted more power, and that's when the Catholic Church took over, and women weren't allowed to serve, and it was all about
Yep.
men and the power men had, and women were put second class. I mean, for heaven's sake, women weren't even allowed to have bank accounts till the 70s, I think, like absolutely insane. But I believe the reason why the patriarchy took over, it was out of fear. Men
Right.
were afraid. Men did not feel safe. So they needed to have power over women.
100%.
And this is what happened. And I believe that there is a balance now coming out. I believe that women are learning to have they're learning to heal, and they're learning to take back their power. They're
Yeah.
realizing that they are goddesses, that they are queens. They are not to be having had power over. And
Yeah.
so they're leaving abusive spouses, they're leaving
Yep.
abusive situations. They're taking back their power from the patriarchy, and together we're rising. I'm getting chills saying that. Like us having these conversations, we're goddesses,
Yep.
we're queens. We are owning our divine masculine, which is the queen, and the divine feminine, which is the goddess. And
Yep.
we're embodying both. And together, we're not leaving anyone behind. We are bringing
Yep.
everyone with us, and
Yep.
nobody is better than another. And there's no
Yep.
such thing as women taking down other women anymore in my world. And we're all rising together. And Lisa, this is what I want us to really do in our beautiful upcoming program, is to show our beautiful collective of women that are going to lock arms with us, that they too are the powerful embodied goddesses and queens here to serve the world in a way that only they can. And they
Yeah.
will get away from the patriarchal situations that don't serve them. For example, a controlling, abusive spouse, right? And the
Yep.
reason he's controlling and abusive is why he's in fear.
He's
He's not
absolutely
living
fearful. Yeah.
authentically. He's in a low vibration, so he has to have power over her.
Yeah.
Well, when we learn to take our power back and we learn to honor ourselves, we can have power with another, which might actually save a marriage, believe it or not. It did
Yeah.
mine. It did
Yeah.
mine.
Yeah.
So I believe that power with, not needing to have power over the man, but having power with the man, allowing him to express himself as the divine masculine, as we get to flow in the divine feminine, that is where the magic and miracles happen. I really
I
believe.
I love that. I love that so much. And um Ilana, oh, I love that she's joined us again. Hello. Good
Hello.
afternoon. In ancient Kabbalah teaching, the woman is seen as the divine vessel to manifest the light. As we teach
Yeah.
in Tour Divine, we can help others rise together in their authenticity. I should have my glasses on,
Yes.
sorry.
Oh,
That is so true.
yeah.
Absolutely
Thank you
true.
for that. That's
Right? That's such
wisdom.
a
That's
truth.
wisdom
That
right
is
there.
wisdom. Absolute
Yeah.
wisdom. I
Thank you for
love that.
sharing that.
And that's
Ah.
just what you were saying, Elvira. When we do this, and when we rise, as we get in touch with our own divine feminine
Yeah.
being, then we see that in others. We see the light, right,
Yeah.
in others,
Yeah.
which is namaste and aloha. That
Yeah.
means, I see the light in you,
Yeah.
and we rise together. And that's what this is all about. That's what this group was all about when I created it, and now I
Yeah.
call it almost like a movement. And that's what
Yeah.
our group coaching is about. And I always tell clients, as I'm sure you do, it's not about healing anything. You don't need to
Mm,
heal anything. It is
mm.
about remembering who you are.
Remembering who you truly are. Yeah. I love
Remember
that.
who you are, because the universe wants us to
Yes.
come back and remember who you
Yes.
are. And I believe more and more, and I'm going to give this example because everybody knows my story, that I left teaching 5 years ago, and I went back recently just to do some supply days. Okay. So it's occasional teaching, whatever, people call it differently in the States. And I've been in this one school actually all week because one teacher's been away. So normally I don't do this many days. Normally I just do a couple of days a week or 3 days a week, and I'm done. But this one teacher's been away. So I wanted consistency for the kids. And as I was explaining to Elvira, there's a contrast. I'm learning the contrast of why I'm, working with clients and living my passion, because this is not what I truly want to do. I'm having
Mm.
fun with the kids, but it is exhausting. Do you know how many teachers sit in that staff room and talk about wanting to leave?
Oh, I can only
I
imagine.
want to leave. One teacher said, I know I have so many gifts inside of me. And I
Oh,
said, then why are you not doing them? And I said,
breaks
this
my
is
heart.
about not dying with your music still in
Yeah.
you. Well,
You're real.
we have a good job. We have it. And I said, I
Mm,
get it. but it is not the be all and end all. And that calling, and I said to her, I said, I'm just inviting
Ah,
you to start having questions with the universe, because she talked like that, so I was talking with
mhm,
her like that.
mhm,
I said, I'm just inviting you to start. I said, that's how I
mm,
did. I started. I'm feeling
yeah,
like my soul needs out. Like, and she said,
yeah,
that's how I'm feeling. And I said, then start to ask the universe what you want. What do you want me to do? What would you have me do?
yeah,
And I said, the answers are going to start to come to you. Doors are going to open for you.
yeah,
And you will
yeah,
find that if this is truly your heart is being led in another direction, you will leave. And it's
yeah,
okay. It's
yeah, yeah,
okay.
yeah.
And I think
Amen.
that's the biggest piece, right? We get
Yeah,
afraid, but your divine, but this collective consciousness that I'm talking about, and that we're talking about, and this divine feminine, who she's strong, and she's going to
yeah,
keep going, and she's going to keep pushing until you actually are standing in your truth and remembering who you are,
yes.
right? And
Remembering. Oh, I
Janet,
love that.
yeah,
Yeah,
Janet said, "That's so sad, so low vibration to live like that, not wanting to be where you are." It's so true. And when
right?
I'm in like a staff room like that and I'm sitting there and I'm listening and I'm like, "Oh, I was once that person.
Breaks your
I get
heart.
it.
It
I
breaks your
understand, I empathize, I see you, I feel you, but there is
yeah,
another way.
there
There is
is.
another way, and you don't have to die with your music still in you."
Yeah,
That's
yeah. Or as I like to
absolutely,
say, your real music's still in you because some people go through life and think, "Oh, I'm a doctor, I'm a lawyer, I'm a pharmacist, I'm a chiropractor,
yeah,
I'm a teacher."
yeah,
And that's what they think they are. But their real music is actually deeper inside them. So this is what
yeah,
I talk about is don't die with your real music still in you.
yeah,
And I yeah, and what you were saying there broke my heart as it broke Janet's because I have you ever heard this expression? A paycheck is what they give you to give up on your dreams.
yeah. 100%. Yes, I have heard that. And it's
People
so
sell out. People sell out for the paycheck. And yes, of course, you want safety, you want money, but at what cost? You know,
I
can you
know,
make money doing what you were brought here to do?
I know.
Possibly.
And do you know how many teachers, I shouldn't be well, I can see this, walk out of the classroom on stress leave. Just
Yeah.
leave.
Well, tell them what happened to the woman that you're replacing for right now. What is she got issues with?
Heart issues. She
Heart
has heart palpitations.
heart
Mhm.
palpitations. Yeah. Why do
Yeah.
you think?
Yeah,
She's
it is
living out
a
of
very
alignment. She's
I
stressed. She's
know.
living out of alignment.
I know.
Alignment is everything. This is a
I know.
woman that needs more. And maybe you can serve her, Lisa.
I
Who
know.
knows? Yeah.
I
Just going
know.
to put that
Yeah,
out
who
there.
knows? Who knows? But quite honestly, and I've talked about to a few teachers at the school today about what I do, and so who knows, right? Physical manifestations of stress.
Yeah.
Yep, yep. And I could
Yep.
feel that when 5 years ago when I was in teaching, I was like, the stress is unbelievable,
Right?
and I'm like, yeah, I can't be doing this for
Yeah.
12 more years. I think I had. Oh,
Oh,
uh, yeah.
living out of
Anyway,
alignment affects
living
us
out of
body,
alignment.
mind, and spirit. For me, it was
Right?
mental health breakdown. That was the
Yeah,
wake up call because I wasn't
yeah,
listening. And I
yeah,
had to be hit upside the head with
yeah.
get the hell out and do what you were brought here to do. And
I
it
know.
was only through a blessed breakdown in my spiritual awakening that I get to be me today. But
Yeah,
I could easily be dead.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I know. It's crazy. So
it's
you
crazy.
were about to tell me something in the studio that you have
Oh, a big
experienced something over the
aha
week.
around the
Yeah.
patriarchy.
So
Well, I
let's
kind of
talk.
I
Yeah.
kind of spoke to it already, but I'm
Okay.
going to share again what happened. So on Saturday, um, Jennifer, one of my
Yep.
the two lead miracle mindset mentors, Janet knows her very well. She actually does my hair. So Jennifer, so when you become a mentor, you don't have to do that like just that. You can do that on the side. So she makes money mentoring using my system. In fact, I think she had a session today on Wednesday, and anyway, she and I were talking about this thing in the news about that guy he killed I think he died in prison or he killed himself in prison. Epstein, remember that guy Epstein?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh
the
yeah.
dude that
How could you
brought in
forget about that guy?
yeah, yeah. So anyway, we were talking about him and I forget what, oh yeah, so I'm in this program right now called the Witch Wound. Okay, so the
Yeah.
Witch Wound, heal the Witch Wound. It's with Brittany Hammond, who's an amazing woman. She is like a visibility expert, branding expert. She lives in Paris. She's originally from Burlington, but she lives in Paris, and Paris, France, that is. And anyway, so she's been doing this program, and she's been teaching us about the various wounds that we can have as women. One of them is the witch wound, which is essentially afraid to speak your truth, because there was a time in the past when women like us, you and I, Lisa, and other women
Mhm.
watching, I'm sure,
Mhm.
there was a time when we would have been burned at the stake. So
Oh, yeah.
we're actually afraid to speak our truth. So she's
Mm.
inspiring us all, this group of women that is in her beautiful container right now. It's a short program. I think it's like 3 weeks or a month. And it's great. I recommend it. And anyway, she then talks about, so she's encouraging us to speak our truth, to tell our brand
Mhm.
story, to
Mhm.
speak our truth, even in the face of fear, because we're all together and we're all facing our fears together. So I'm getting better. Obviously doing this show with you has made it better. I have an IG live show as well that's allowed me to be
Yep.
more comfortable being visible, because there was a time when, even as an actor and a singer, I should be comfortable being visible, but I wasn't. But
Nope.
now it's like, no way, I got to stay out of my own effing way. My
Yep.
message, my movement is more important than this. And
Yeah.
it's all about helping people become miracle magnets. It's the miracle magnet movement, and it's not about me. It's
Yeah.
about sharing this with the world. Just like your movement in this group, Lisa, is
Mhm.
not about you either. So we
Yeah.
have to get out of our own effing way and do the thing we were brought here to do.
Yeah.
And so this witch wound is a powerful program. And part of it is healing the sister wound. The sister wound is the wound that happens when women are in competition with each other, when
Mm.
women try to tear each other down. Like if a good example is Mad Men, those women in the 50s that had to compete with each other, and
Mhm.
they would sabotage each other. They wanted to get the richest man, the most powerful man, so that they would look good, so they would be taken care of, so their children would be taken care of, right?
Mhm.
This was the
Mhm.
thinking back in the 50s, and women got really nasty with each other, right? So when the patriarchy started getting more power, women
Mhm.
started behaving this way towards each other.
Mm.
And what we got present to was, this is a wound we all need to heal if we choose to heal
Mm.
it. And I've
Yeah.
done a lot of healing around it. I actually call this the mean girl wound, when women
Yeah.
are actually mean and try to tear you down. So she calls it sister wound. I call it the mean girl wound. But I got really, really present to the fact that anyone that behaves this way is operating from trauma. We
Yeah.
all have trauma that causes drama in our lives.
Yeah.
And when we heal the drama, the trauma, we get rid of the drama. And
Right.
so I got super present to the fact that, oh my God, any of us that's showing up in this mean girl mindset or,
Yep.
behavior is someone I can have compassion for now. It was like this big aha, like, oh my God, I
Right.
can have compassion for the women that tried to tear me down. And it felt so good in my body. And Jennifer was there to witness me. And it just felt like my face just changed. I was there in the mirror as she was doing my hair. My face just changed. And then this was really powerful. We were talking about this Brian Epstein thing, and she was like, yeah, it's so disgusting. He'd, bring these women, these young
Mhm.
girls, like however she was describing it. And then all of a sudden I realized Epstein was a product of the patriarchy. Epstein felt he had to behave that way to have power over women so that he could actually heal, or he wasn't aware of the fact that he wasn't healing his trauma. He was dealing with it in this awful way by having power over women and pretending that he was all that. Meanwhile, he was just a wounded little boy that got stuck at a certain age, and he had to behave that way, in that awful way, so that he could feel some sense of safety, so that he can have power and safety. That's what he needed. And then all of a sudden, again, huge compassion for this guy. It's like, this is a guy that was stuck at a certain age, and he was not a happy person, but this is how he showed up in life. And all the
Mhm.
other men that have, been horrible in terms of like the Me Too, like
Mhm.
we
Mhm.
talked about that other dude, the guy in
Mm.
Hollywood, right?
Harvey.
Harvey Weinstein. Is that his name? Weinstein? Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is a dude that is probably a little boy that was wounded, that never dealt with his healing. And this is how he shows up in the world. So Lisa, I went from a place of hating and not hating and shaming, but being angry with the mean girls. I went from a place of being angry with the mean boys, the patriarchal, bad
Mhm.
boys that try to power over women. And now I feel this sense of peace, and I
Yeah.
have power
Yeah.
with them. I'm not power
Yeah.
under, I'm not power over, I am
Yep.
power with.
Yeah.
And that is where the peace lies.
100%. That's the balance we spoke of at the beginning, right?
Yeah.
Of that divine feminine, of bringing in both male, female, and being in that place of balance, of neutrality with both.
Yeah.
It's not power over, like you said, or power under. It is just the balance.
The
And that's where
balance.
spirit resides. Spirit
Yeah.
resides in neutral, in the balance,
Yeah.
right?
Oh,
And when we feel
in the
ourselves shift
balance.
one way or another way, we're not in alignment with spirit, and we have to come back into
No.
alignment. I had a great conversation with my energy healer on the weekend, and the one thing she talks about is, oh, there's the mind. Like in Huna
Yeah.
energy, the mind is not running itself. We need to
Yeah.
get back. Oh, we need to just call ourselves back in. Our higher
Yeah.
self is in charge,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Ilana says, I came to Florida 22 years ago from Paris, France, to work as a
Oh.
teacher. After less than 6 months, I just knew I had to leave and open my own mindful, intuitive practice. And the
Love
peace
it.
comes when you come back home within yourself. Yes. Peace
Yes.
comes
Thank
when you're back
you.
home within yourself. I love it.
I love
I
it.
love it. Oh, this is just so
Oh, such a
fantastic.
juicy, important conversation. And,
Yes, it
and
is.
when we transform, we help others transform. Like me
Yeah.
being in this sense of peace and compassion around the mean girls and the mean boys, so to speak,
Yeah.
allows me to see myself on the same level. We're all equal.
Yeah.
Nobody is better than another,
Yes.
and when there's that neutrality and that equality, there will be peace on the planet. There will be heaven on
Yeah.
earth. And that's the
I
world that
agree.
I want to help co-create.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love it. Ilanet says, "Love you, ladies." Well, we love you too, and
We
I'm
love
so
you
grateful
too.
that you jumped on. She has some beautiful writings. Oh my goodness, she
Oh, I
beautiful,
got to check
beautiful
her
writings.
out. Are we friends,
Yeah,
Alana? If we're not, you got to add me. I want to
yeah.
know you
She
better.
has some beautiful, beautiful writing. So I love it. I don't think she's posted a while in our group, but I would love it if she would because they're just beautiful for the soul.
Nice.
Well, my friends, it is that time. I'm so grateful we got to do this, and we didn't have
Yeah.
to reschedule because I always love these conversations. I think they're good for my soul, and I think
Yeah.
it's just
We need the
um,
most, right? We need the most.
right? I know, but they're just so needed. So I'm just so
Yeah.
grateful. And I'm so grateful to you guys that have jumped on and engaged in this conversation
Thank
because
you.
I really think that that's where it's at. We need to be engaged in conversation
Yeah.
together with this. I'm so grateful to you, Elvira, for doing this with me. And
Always.
we're locking arms and we're moving,
Yeah.
sister. It's
Oh,
happening. So
it
I'm
is
so
happening.
grateful.
So
So if you
grateful.
didn't catch it live, please catch it on replay. Hashtag replay. Let us know what you loved. And of course, you can always jump over to our YouTube channel, like, share, and subscribe to our beautiful channel. So thank you all for joining us. And until next week, we will be back at our regular time. So until
Yeah.
next week, we will see you then. Bye for
Yeah.
now.
All right. Mwah.